Hey, what's going on, everybody? Movie Phantom here, and yes, it's a little later than I normally do these videos, but yeah, just the way it is. April 1st, happy April Fool's Day, and yes, we are doing some viewer comments. Now, before I get started on this, I got, I guess it could be a little bit of sad news, I guess you can say. The Corn Children and Misery Black have moved. Yes. They have found another cornfield slash crypt elsewhere. We will still try to get with them every now and then, but their appearances will be knocked back. Now, I did say Corn Children, most of them, a vast majority of them, Lady Gaga, Darren Randy, and Billick, along with Misery Black, they have all moved, and yes. So there are a couple, few towns over now, but yeah, we'll still try to get together. We'll still try to incorporate him here on the show. So yes, but I ain't gonna lie, the fam's a little sad to see him go. But we still got Natalie Myers. She will still, you know, bum around from time to time. So there you go, and that is why we're doing it so late. And this is not like an April Fool's prank, like. I thought about that first, like, should I announce it tonight, or shall I wait till tomorrow? That way I don't seem like I'm just doing April Fool's. It's not April Fool's prank. They have moved. But it's not the end. They will be back here, and you know, off and on throughout the show. So there we go. All right, well, let's get to some viewer comments. Ghostface Kid hit me up, and he busted out 5 good questions. He said if I could have my own little mashup, my own little versus movie, if you will. And I had to pick an old school Universal monster to go up against someone, you know, modern, you know, horror villain. Who would I pick? And I gotta go with Frankenstein's monster versus Jason Voorhees. To me, that would be the ultimate fucking showdown. I'm gonna tell you why. Excuse me. Frankenstein's monster, like in all those old Frankenstein movies, dude, he was fucking indestructible. Like, at one point, they, like, dropped him into, like, lava or some shit. Like, he literally goes into, like, the Earth's crust. And then they just bring him back the next movie, and they chisel him out of rock or whatever, and he just keeps going. Dude, and that happens, like, in every fucking movie. Like, every movie, you think he's dead, he's gone, and he, you know, he's coming back. He was literally the Jason Voorhees of his time. And Jason the same way. I mean, you just can't stop that motherfucker. I mean, you can melt him with toxic waste, turn him to a kid, he just comes back next movie. Like, he's just like, ah, fuck that, I'm back. Send him to hell, he just walks out of hell. How the fuck does he just walk out? He just walks out of hell. He just walks over, you know, there's a door in hell, and he's just like, I'll see you guys later. I'm going back to Earth. And he just goes back. He goes to space, and he just keeps coming. I mean, it's incredible. Goes to Manhattan. Just fucking goes to Manhattan. It's like, yeah, I'm just going to go to Manhattan. I'm going to get on a boat, magically go through the woods, because they're in Camp Crystal Lake. Fucking lake. And he just like, I'll navigate through the woods. Or he'll just pick up the boat and carry it. Either way, it's insane. So yeah, I think just these two monsters, these behemoths, these fucking titans. Oh, I would love to see that kind of movie. I think it'd be awesome. I mean, you'd have to have, you know, clearly you have to have, like, you know, like Freddy vs. Jason, you had, like, you know, the teens stuck in the middle. You had to have people in the middle, because neither one of them talk, or they don't talk very well. I know Frankenstein grunts, but... Frankenstein's monster grunts. But yeah, you know, you'd have to have them, you know, something in between to move the plot along. But yeah, let's see these two, this monster dudes fucking bash each other. Be awesome. His next question was, what horror movie would I remake? Now, see, I hate remakes. I truly do. I feel like if you're going to remake a movie, you need to see, I feel like they should start remaking shit films. Like, take a movie that just fucking bombed, and let's see if you can make it better. So here's the movie I'm going to pick. Manos, The Hands of Fate. Boom. This is a fucking shitty film. Which, it's awesome when you watch it with the Mystery Science Theater 3000 crew. But by itself, it really is just shit. But yeah, let's take that. Let's give it some good actors. Let's get a good director going on it. Let's rewrite the script. I mean, keep the basic premise. Family breaks down and there's a satanic cult nearby. Boom, there's your movie. Roll with it. That's what they all do. Let's quit remaking good films and making them shit, and let's actually remake shit, you know, and try to get some gold out of it. That's what I'm saying. Let's try to do good. That's all I'm saying. Let's just try to do some good. Up next, he asked, would I rather live in the city or the woods? And he said if I live in the woods, I'm still close enough where I can go to town or whatever. For years, I've always said I would much rather live in the city. Like, I just much rather, because I've lived in a small town my whole life. I would love to be, like, in the hustle and bustle of, metropolitan type, a metropolis, if you will. Huge city. And I don't know. It seems like I hate people too much. Like, now, I'm just, like, bitter. And I'm just like, I don't know if I really want to be around that many people. Because the thing is, everybody in the city's like hates you anyways. So it's just like, I don't know, even when you're in a big crowd, you're still like kind of on your own, so whatever. Like everybody just like, I fucking hate everybody, I'm staying to myself. But no, I think now at this age, at this point in time, I think I'd much rather just have myself like a cottage in the woods. I want to have like the cabin that Johnny Depp had in a Secret Window, just right there on the lake. Oh, it's fucking awesome. Double decker. It's great. It's a great little cabin. I would like to have something like that. So yeah, I'll take the woods. I will take the woods. They said if I could be a villain in any horror movie, which villain would I be? I think I'd go Dracula. I think that'd just be, any vampire. I guess I wouldn't have to pick Dracula. I'd pick David from Lost Boys. Just badass, fucking awesome dude. Vampire. Rock and roll. Come on. Fucking, it's awesome. But yeah, vampires have it so like lucky. It's incredible. You just live forever, party all you want, fucking, you get to rock out. And you know what? My thing is, like, it's not like, when I say live forever, like I'm afraid to die. I'm more afraid of the movies I'm gonna miss when I'm dead. Like, literally, like they're like, Phantom, you got ass cancer. And I'm like, fuck. I won't be able to see the Hateful Eight when it comes out. That's more my mindset right there. But if you're a vampire, it's just like, you keep watching all the movies that come out. It's incredible. So yeah, I'll pick vampire and I'll pick David. I will pick David. And finally, and this was my favorite question he threw on here. It was, if I was to be Ghostface in the next Scream movie, what's my motive? You know what my motive would be? Like, I hated Scream 4. And I just hated almost everything about Scream 4. I just thought it was a very generic entry. The fact that it was trying to be clever and... Because, like with Scream, it was like, let's talk about horror movies. And then, of course, with the sequel, it's like, let's talk about sequels. And then in part 3, it's like, let's talk about trilogy. Well, here they were like, let's talk about reboots and remakes. I'm just like, I hate reboots and remakes. Like, literally... A vast majority I hate. I won't say all of them. There's, clearly, if you guys have been watching my show for a while, there are a few that get by and I do like, but for the most part, I hate them. So, I don't know. I feel like, with that said, and the reason behind the murders in part 4, I thought was the most retarded fucking reason. She won, and I'm going to go ahead and start a spoiler now. She wanted to kill because she didn't want to get a job. She just wants to be a reality fucking star. Fuck her. That's retarded. That's the dumbest fucking thing I've ever heard in my life. So I would be the opposite of that. Like, if now the Phantom's the killer. Like, at the end of the movie, you take the mask off, there's another mask, it's the Phantom's mask. You're like, oh shit, it's the Phantom. He's the killer the whole time. And I'm doing my whole monologue like, here's why I'm the killer, Sidney. It'd be because I'd be like, you know what? I'm taking it back. I am tired of all these fucking kids in this generation who are just a bunch of whiny little fucking faggot pussies. And I'm going to say faggot. It's going to piss everybody off. I don't care. Like, when I was a kid, faggot meant like weak, pussy. It didn't literally mean gay. And that's another thing. People get their feelings hurt way too often in this generation. So fuck them. And I would literally just be like this old man now. I've turned into an old, bitter man. And I'm okay with that. Like, I'll just be like, fuck it. This generation's weak, and I'm weeding them out. And that's my motivation right there. I'm fucking going through, and I'm slashing them all up. And I wouldn't be able to kill Sidney, though. And then she would literally, like, she'd drop a TV on me or something like that. Like, I have to fall. I don't want to be that one Ghostface that survives. I'm okay. I will fall with the greats. So, yeah, but that'd be my motivation right there. Just getting rid of this shitty generation. The fact that MTV is doing a Scream TV show, I'm done. I'm fucking done already. So, right there, that's the other thing. I'll be like... done. So thank you, Ghostface Kid. Appreciate that. I dropped a video last week, and it was actually my review, and Josh Hobbs just said thank you for the video, and buddy, you're welcome. Thank you for watching. That's the main thing. Without you guys, I would still do this, but it'd just be a little more pathetic, like it's just me talking to nobody. So believe me, you guys keep me sane. So as long as you guys are still out there watching, I'll keep doing this shit right here. So thank you. Thank you. like I said, I always drop little tidbits or whatever on my Facebook page, and I dropped, a bunch of shit about Pet Sematary, and I dropped, if you guys remember, she had an aunt. No, she had a sister, sorry. The mother, Denise Crosby, I can't remember what the fucking character name was, but she had a sister who had like that crazy, like she was twisted up and shit. And anyway, they got a guy to play her. And Patrick Lang said that was the scariest part for him whenever he was a kid. And I gotta agree, like to me that was more terrifying than like Gage or yeah, it was scarier, but I also got scared from the guy on the bicycle, the Pascal, is that his name? Dude with his brains hanging out shit. That guy was actually pretty creepy because I was always afraid, like, because he's laying there and he looks over and he's standing in the doorway. He's like, oh shit, and he just tries to ignore him, and he shows up right there, like, wake up, and I was like, oh shit. So when I was a kid, I would literally have the covers up. I'm like, man, he's just gonna pop up here anyways. Like, what am I doing? But no, he said that the Zelda character has her name Zelda in the movie, and yeah, he said that she was because there's the guy that played her, was the scariest part. And he said, because he heard they're making a remake, and he's against the remake. However, on the obverse of that, Jim Ballard also commented on the same thing, and he said he always felt the movie was very cheesy, and he feels like they should remake it. I'm going to combine both of theirs. Now, I know I just went on a big rant about how I hate remakes, but for some reason, I'm okay with them remaking this. I don't know why. I read the book, and it was very similar. Like, it's fucking damn near close. I mean, damn near perfect to it. So I wouldn't mind seeing maybe just a different interpretation. I don't know who's doing it. Sorry, guys, I got a itch here. I'm not mining for nose gold, so don't worry about that. Now, I'm growing my goatee and my mustache back out, and it's just kind of like, it's fucking with me right now, but... Alright, I'm back. Alright, so anyway, but yeah, I'd be okay with a remake, but I thought it was scary, I ain't gonna lie. Like, I think Pet Sematary is actually one of the scariest movies from my childhood. Like, you watch it now, it's a little tame, but, for back then when I was, this big, oh yeah, scared shit out of me. So thank you both, I appreciate you guys participating and commenting on that. Simon Terrell, my brother, he hit me up, and he wanted to know what was my top 3 horror gimmicks in wrestling. And I'm actually going to work, I normally go from 3 to 1, but I'm just going to go ahead and hit 1, because we all know what our number 1's going to be. And I'm pretty sure it's everybody's number 1, Undertaker. Just flat out Undertaker. Like, literally, dude, he had the most epic, like, this overall, if you just took, like, just his story, like, his story alone, to me, is so fucking epic, like, in the world of wrestling. It really is. They just recently, and actually, I just dropped it, Simon, on your Facebook a couple days ago. It was they're doing the Ultimate Warrior. They're doing, like, his own little downloadable content. And you do the Path of the Warrior. And I guess, you just start off with the Warrior or whatever in his early days, and then you go on through. And I'm like, Taker, why haven't they done with him yet? Because I'm like, that to me, he has the most storied, Every monster would show up and try to take him down, and he would still fight against them. I mean, he went against Kamala and Yokozuna and Giant Gonzalez, and the list went on and on. His epic feud with Mankind, his epic feud with Kane. I mean, Corporate Ministry. I mean, it literally, like, he's just got the most storied fucking... The matches, like, gimmick matches out the ass, but they're so enjoyable. Casket match, body bag match, Inferno match, Hell in a Cell, Boiler Room Brawl. He fought the Executioner in an Armageddon match, which is basically the Last Man Standing, but they didn't call it Last Man Standing at the time. I mean, dude, I don't know. And once again, just because I've always been a fan of horror movies and shit in general, I've always been more drawn to that character. Like, he's always one of my favorite wrestlers. He really was. So yeah, I'm going to say Undertaker's my number 1. Number 2, I'm going to give it to, I'll give it to Kane. I thought Kane was awesome. Now, I can't vouch for Kane later on. And there are certain segments within Kane's, storyline that I thought was ridiculous. Like when he teams up with X-Pac, I don't give a shit. Puts the fucking vibrator up to his neck and starts talking. Fuck off, that's retarded. The Katie Vick storyline was not Kane's fault, but... And I wasn't offended. Like, everybody was offended by the Katie Vick storyline. I wasn't. My problem with it was, like, well, how do you have time? Because in the fake, in the storyline world, it's like he was... he burned his home and, killed his parents, and of course Taker through, basically, Kane took the fall for it, but it turned out it was him anyways, like, and his real dad was Paul Bearer. But where did he have time to like go on a high school date with Katie Vick anyways? Like, at what point? Because he's supposed to be hideously scarred, in the wrestling world. Oh, she must have been like one of the coolest, or blind. Maybe she's just blind. I don't know. But to me, that was just a ridiculous storyline. But no, Kane, early Kane, Michael Myers Kane, if you will. Yeah, my favorite. My favorite moment is the Hell in a Cell when he just fucking first shows up and just rips the cage door off and fucking chokeslams Taker. It's awesome. And then number 3, this guy didn't really last long. And I'll be honest with you, he scared the shit out of me as a kid. Papa Shango. You guys know I don't fuck with voodoo. And even at a young age, dude, he put a spell on the Warrior, and the Warrior's convulsing in the ring, and he's fucking spitting up puke and everything. Dude, scared the shit out of me. I was like, oh, fuck that. I ain't fucking with that guy. And he would later go on to become like Kama Mustafa and Kama the Supreme Fighting Machine, the Godfather, and so clearly, like, his storyline isn't that great throughout his career. But for the Papa Shango character, oh, I loved it. In fact, I always kind of feel like the Boogeyman was more or less a ripoff, at least the appearance of him. So he would come out there with the smoke, or the stick that was like smoking, and he just doing the whole little voodoo shake thing. I don't know. I was just like, you can't be Papa Shango. But I always wish I'd bring Papa Shango back. Like, I don't know. Like, I know Godfather's probably a more popular character, but for me, I would love to see Papa Shango come back. So there you go. Thank you, my man. Hope that suffices. I don't throw the Brood in there. But I was never really a big Brood fan at the time. Like, when it came out, I just didn't care for him. Until they joined the corporate ministry. Or, I think they joined the Ministry of Darkness first, and then when they formed the corporate ministry. But, anyways, I liked them then, just because they were on Undertaker's side. But, yeah, beyond that, not so much. And then I attributed this to 13th Wolfman, but I had like 4 people just fucking rape me hardcore. Tarman, yes, I know. I don't know that's what they called him though. Like literally, I maybe now I can remember like the special features. So I did the review. I did the review on Return of the Living Dead. I had no idea it's called Tarman. I didn't at all. Like I won't even try to like back out of it. Like, oh, I didn't mean no. I had no idea it's called Tarman. But I have seen the movie and I know exactly. As soon as 13th Wolfman, because he's the first one that actually laid it on me. He's like, oh man, Return of the Living Dead. I was like, oh fucking shit. Yeah, I know. Of course, that's him. But then I got like slammed by like everybody else. Everybody's like, oh, fucking Tarman. I'm like, okay, easy. But that's why I love you guys. You ain't gonna let me slide on none of that shit. So, thank you guys. So yes, Tarman, Return of the Living Dead, got it. Did the review. Check my review out. It's way back in the fucking archives. Check it out though. I loved it. All right, we got Torture Vision, and I reviewed Doom over the weekend, and he said the only thing about that Doom scene, which we're talking about the first person, shooting and chainsaw scene, he said the only thing, that was or reason that was being memorable at all was the fact that it was just so bad. And I agree. It was just a really shitty scene right there. So yeah, thank you for watching. And then we got Colleen Posley? I'm going to say Posley. Just a big shout out to her. She recently added me to another horror group on Facebook. So yeah, that's awesome. Folk horror. So yeah, I appreciate that. And yeah, look forward to contributing and palling around with everybody in the folk horror group. So yes, thank you, Colleen. Appreciate it. Colleen, I don't know. I'm horrible with names. I really am. Oh, and I said Ginge or whatever. Jen. His name is Jen. Drop the fucking D. You're not Django. It kills me. But anyways, I'm getting sidetracked. Danny Ward wanted to know how old Sissy Spacek was when she did Carrie. And if I remember correctly, she's like 26 or 27. Like, she was way past the age of being like the senior in high school. But yeah, because I was talking Carrie, I was dropping Carrie trivia on the other, the other day, and he was like, well, how old was she in that movie? 26, 27, around now. I'm going to say 26 probably, because I think her birthday's like in December or something. I don't know why I know that. I shouldn't know that, but I do. So yeah, there we go. And finally, I got my first comment, like a legit comment from an outsider on Twitter. Dude's name is, I'm assuming it's a dude, it could be a female. I usually got a predominant male audience, I noticed, but press stream, and he said he likes the mask, and he goes, it reminds him of Rey Mysterio. He's like, I'm gonna call you Rey Mysterio from now on. Go right ahead, my man. I've been called worse. So yeah, Ray, I'll take that. I'll take Ray. I'm okay with Ray. I have no hatred toward Ray. I'm a little chunky. I won't be able to pull off that 619 or the West Coast pop, but yeah, I'll do something. So yes, thank you, my man. Thank you for following me on Twitter. He hit me up on Twitter, and that's awesome. So I'm not gonna lie, I'm not huge on Twitter. I'm just not feeling it. Like that's another thing. When I'm the Ghostface and I'm in Scream 5 killing people, I'll be like, fuck Twitter, motherfucker, and Facebook, and that's it. Yeah. So like Facebook, I jumped on Facebook and just adapted instantly. I'm like, oh yeah, this is cool. Twitter, I'm just like, who fucking cares? This is retarded. This is me. That's just me. But I have got a nice little cult following on Twitter as well. So, yes, thank you guys for following. I always try to drop little fun things on there. What I dropped the other day, something about, does anybody else take a shit with their shirt off? See, that's the kind of classy, sophisticated shit you're going to get from me on your Twitter account. So, yeah, definitely follow. So, alright, I want to thank everybody who commented and, busted my balls over the week. I appreciate it. I really do. Once again, I mean, this is what it's all about to me. I mean, as long as I'm getting feedback and as long as you guys are watching and enjoying, hey, that's awesome. So if you got any questions, comments, whatever, horror related, doesn't even have to be horror related. I've been asked before about my favorite cereals and favorite fast food and this, that, and the other. Ask me anything. You got questions for my guests. My God, I've had so many. El Blanto, Jimbo, They Have No Name, Robert Cheney, Maya, who's usually here, but she opted out of this one. The Corn Children, Misery Black, Lynch, Ramsey. My God, the list goes on and on. So you guys got any kind of questions or whatever? Feel free to throw them my way. Hate mail. If I'm doing a shitty job, let me know. Fucking this shit all over. I will read it. Unless I get too much. I usually keep it to this 10 comments, so I mean, if I get like overflooded with, shit comments, I'll comment to everybody. But, I'll probably read 10 best. But yeah, love mail, like, hey, fam, you're doing a great job. Hey, thank you. I appreciate it. So there you guys go. Now, there are numerous ways to hit me up. You can drop a comment down below. And not just on this video, on any video I do from, all week long. And of course, you guys can do the video response. Take the little address up there, you copy it, and then you go to this page or any of my videos, and you paste it down below. Boom. And then of course, if you were following me on Facebook or Twitter, I'm over there. I'm also on Instagram. I'm not sure how that would even come to play. Like you just ask a question on Instagram, like hold up the thing, like, Phantom, do you wear boxers or briefs? And then I'd have to answer, I guess. But yeah. There you go. So, I'm not gonna lie, Phantom's fucking tired. I got one more video to do. It's gonna be a short one anyways after this. So, yeah. I'll catch you guys in a little bit. Later.